Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, July 21st, 2025. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the big picture. The low to mid 350s still anticipated. I'll get to that in a moment over the next few weeks, possibly by the end of this week. I'll jump to that right now. We closed today above 329.62. Now, as you may recall, a little over a week ago, we settled above this descending channel top that is now at 302.17. We've reduced that to an intraday support level only, as you can see, and I'll get to that in a moment. But it was the buy signal above 302.17 that remains clearly intact, and expecting as a 2 to 3 week objective the 351.39 to 356.41 area. And we were mentioning and have all along the 329.62 descending channel top as a 3 to 5 day target. That took a little bit longer than that, but we did test it on Friday, and we can fall away from here. Not necessarily back to 302.17, but let me just finish with this image with, if we do close today above 329.62, our still anticipated 351.39 to 356.49 region, then likely by the end of the week, and that would complete the 2 to 3 week buy signal above 302.17, the 351.39 to 356.41 area still able to contain buying on a monthly, possibly quarterly basis. We could fall away from here through the rest of the third quarter, perhaps. 351.39 is a 50% upside retracement from that December high of last year to this year's April low. And 356.41 is a rising channel top that still has a relevance in terms of a clear buy signal upon settlement above. That should then yield 518.73 as our next longer term target, achievable perhaps by the end of the year if we were to close over the next week or two, say by August 1st, above 518.73, and then we would have a full 5 months left in the year, 3 to 5 month objective, a real possibility into the low 500 area if we close the week above 356.41. But until then, we can top out here and fall back to, in terms of the big picture, some variation of this descending channel bottom also on the weekly chart at 255.41. Now, we're not expecting this unless we close below 309.55. So let me kind of hone in on kind of the day and the week ahead. I've already shown this image. We've reduced 302.17 to an intraday support level only in deference to this extreme rising channel bottom that is now at 309.55. And 309.55 has a sister formation at 318.81. And so, 318.81 is actually in reach today quite easily, below 329.62. We could bottom out at 318.81 on an intraday, possibly daily basis. We could trade inside the 329.62 to 318.81 area all day long. If we happen to break 318.81, even on an intraday basis, 309.95 would be in reach. And this maintains sort of the momentum of the buy signal that occurred a little over a week ago above 302.17. So you're bottom picking, and I'm talking to day traders, 3 to 5 day swing traders back to 329.62. And yes, still 2 to 3 week swing traders anticipating a 351.39 to 56.41 over the next two to 3 weeks above 309.55. 309.55 is your downward pivot point as well as we continue into August trade. But until then, holding above 309.55, we are expecting the 350s over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And if we close today above 329.62, we should see 351.39 by the end of the week, the beginning of a zone of meaningful resistance, once again able to contain buying through August trade. So if you were long in the 350s, if you've been long for the last 2 to 3 weeks, for instance, above the 302.17 buy signal, now 309.55, it's a good area to exit that long position and consider playing the short side as we could fall away from here into August trade.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVIDIA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity. Try it all free for 5 days. Cancel at any time.
Downside, once again, if we break 318.81 today, 309.55 is in reach, where we could bottom out for the week through next week and round up from here to our 350s, 51.39 to 56.41 objective within 2 to 3 weeks of testing 309.55. But if we do close below 309.55, and that's not going to happen today, but potentially it could later in the week. Remember, I do want to see us get above 329.62 to set off our next 3 to 5 day buy signal. Until then, as I've been saying, we could top out at 329.62 for more than a day. Into later week perhaps, and below which over the next few days we could see 309.55. And if we do close below 309.55, we have a sell signal into August trade. Within 1-2 weeks at the most, 284.70 in reach, and there is the possibility of seeing continued losses into the 250s. Now, as I've been saying, we've had a couple of significant sell signals, near-term sell signals, 2 to 3 week sell signals over the last 3 or 4 weeks that have failed, and the market has continued higher. And you're well aware of those if you've been watching this series for the last few weeks. And so I'm a little cautious in once again anticipating a meaningful losses if we close below 309.55. But if there's anything to do, if there's any trade to be made for a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week swing trader, it is to be short below 309.55. I think we could comfortably, if you will, anticipate 284.70 within 1 to 2 weeks, and yes, 254.14 within 3 to 5 weeks. I'll have you note that if we fall away today, and later this week close below 309.55, we have a new descending channel bottom as well that will, over the next 3 weeks, converge with 254.14 anyway. We will begin to show that if we do fall away from here and close below 309.55, but there's no point in committing to it just yet because we really haven't placed a high. And, I don't want this to blur the overall idea, which was the buy signal that occurred a week and a half ago above 302.17 still maintains the 350s as a 2 to 3 week target. And if we close above 329.62 today by the end of the week, the integrity of this buy signal above 302.17 remains intact above 309.55. If we break 309.55, close below it, 302.17 can contain intraday selling, but I do think, once again, if we close below 309.55, it is a short play to at least 284.70 within 1 to 2 weeks. And as I say, there is the possibility that by the end of August, we could find ourselves in the 250s. 254.14 is on the daily chart what we find on the weekly chart at 255.49. And that's a significant support area in equal proportion, if you will, to the resistance that we find in the low to mid 350s. And if we were to close below 255.41, then we have a long-term sell signal. Into later year, within 2 to 3 months, I would expect the 160s, 162.22, 168.33, 5-year channel support, able to contain selling through all of 26, and we could turn up from there through 26. I don't expect the 160s unless we close below 255.41. Until then, this is a support area that could contain selling through August and into September, and I don't expect to see it unless we were to close below 309.55 in the next week or two. And then to say that I expect the 250s is probably a little strong, but I would say if you are a 3 to 5 week swing trader, do not discount that possibility. If there's any trade to be made to the downside on a 3 to 5 week time frame, it is a settlement below 309.55 or setting a short on strength in the 350s, which are anticipated over the next 2 to 3 weeks above 309.55. I think that's about as simple as I can make it. Please check out wickedstocks.com. We offer a 5-day free trial on all of our work. It's one single subscription package. You'll see everything: daily Triple Q, daily SPY, weekly Apple stock analysis, and our 2 stock picks every week that we carefully choose for their 3 to 5 week out to their 3 to 5 month time horizon perspective. Always looking for at least a 20% move on those underlying stock picks. If we don't see a realistic 20% move to the upside, we do not present. And we give you all the details, the exact specifics, where to buy it, when to buy it, how to buy it, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Tuesday's Tesla, and you have a great day.